Test, test, test. Hello, hello, hello. All right. Yeah, sound is good. It looks like we're back on the microphone, a different microphone. I don't know. I can't get the one microphone to work. And again, now you're gone. Yeah, it should be back again. It looks, again, according to according to the output software, the green bar is moving. So I'm assuming you can hear me now. I don't know what it sounds like. It could be completely all over the place. If it's that robotic noise, I apologize. It's that other microphone. For some reason, I can select that one. I believe that the Kipster must have pulled the cord out on the other Yeti one. When he was playing with it. So, yeah, I have no idea what's going on. It's going to be one of those mornings. Yeah, it looks like everything is showing that it is good, but it is not. Okay, yeah, so we'll run with this, and we'll see how it goes. That's what happens when, a 2-year-old runs roughshod through the office. Anyway, all right, so things looking much more tame today. And we mentioned that yesterday. The dollar yen, remember yesterday? It was insane, right? 300 something points off, 250 or something like that. We were talking. It's off 7. It was actually just 0 a second ago and 6. So it's kind of pulling back and forth a little. Everything else, for the most part, again, euro pound, we said we expected a reversal. We got it 26 is the highest mover on the board. Pound yen 41. Again, we knew that there was going to be some movement there. Dollar Swiss 7, dollar yen. Pound 31, minus 61, minus 26. So not tons out there. Seeing a little bit of dollar strength roll back into the market as we kind of expected. As far as the data goes, again, European French data, worse than expected. German flash services, we mentioned this one. It's like, I don't know, it's close to 50. Could it push over 50? If not, it's not going to be good for the euro. And guess what? Not good for the euro. Came in at 48, so lower. Remember we mentioned that. It's kind of funny. I'm leaning sideways because the microphone is actually pulled away from my face right now. Right? Yeah. So the microphone is actually like one of those headphone. It's a Logitech headset, basically. The microphone's here. I've been using like a Yeti one on a stand. I pulled it out of my face so it's not in my way. I keep artificially leaning sideways to go talking it. So it may be weird. I don't know. It's unfortunately all the settings are set for the Yeti standalone mic, the Blue Yeti microphone versus this one. This is actually technically the input is a Blue Yeti special thing that they did with Logitech. So, but yeah, I'm assuming I sound a little bit weird. But anyway, bad German data. And then overall, you can see there was adjustments last time that things were a little bit better than expected. And they expected them to be positive, but they weren't. They actually went down a little bit. So not good overall for the euro. So we'll see. German data. I'm sorry, the pound data. Adjustments higher. And again, is a 50.9 much different than a 51? No, not really. So the pound data was good, better than expected here, but worse. So they were able to maintain above 50, which is good for services. Manufacturing down a little bit. So again, is there really much difference between a 47.2 and a 46.4? Not really. Okay. Not really. Industrial production in the United States, positive, but down. And there was the adjustment last time. It wasn't as, it was supposed to be a minus 0.6. It was actually worse than expected. So, a little bit of adjustment in that, 0.3 to 0.2, maybe because there was a 0.3 drop on the other side on that production. But overall, again, seeing production with a positive number, good sign, not necessarily a bad sign. And again, I think it's probably because it was farther down. It had farther to go. Now, in 2 minutes, we're going to get the manufacturing data, both manufacturing and services PMI data. See if there's expansion to contraction. Again, we'll see if we were to hold services above. And again, manufacturing wasn't where they expected it to be, but it was also lower. So maybe, again, 49.5. Is it going to be a disappointment like some of the other ones up top? Potentially. But what happens if it goes above 50, showing that manufacturing is also expanding? May not be the worst thing, right? May not be the worst thing out there. And then that's it. Here you go. Look, auto strike deal boosts U.S. industrial production, but other manufacturing. What is it? The auto strike. Yeah, we knew that was gonna come back. Oh, hold on. What's Williams saying? The central bank isn't really talking about rate cuts right now. Good. They shouldn't be, right? They shouldn't be. Yeah. It's premature to be here. You go, Williams. It's premature to be thinking about a March rate cut. And again, I don't think anybody. I don't know. I know some people are talking about cutting 5 or 6 times. I don't think any of these coming in before June or July. So I don't think that's even remotely in the wheelhouse of what's coming. Nothing. Empire State Manufacturing came in. Contraction of French economy intensifies in December as activity falls. Right. Fastest pace over 3 years. Again. I'm telling you, I still think the EU, that's where my money would be, that the EU ends up cutting first. I think they cut first. So we're going to wait an extra 30 seconds here before we move on, just to see what that data looks like. Obviously, nothing tomorrow, nothing Sunday. And then Monday morning, super early, we have the business climate in Germany. Expected to change a little bit. Again, maybe leads to a disappointment. And then obviously some, monetary policy. Now, again, it's tentative. I think their statement is what matters. I don't know if they will do anything with the minus 0.1. Again, they've been talking about it a ton. It's coming sometime soon. It's the policy statement that we've seen go back and forth. So that's going to be the big deal on Monday. Besides that, nothing much else there. Let's see. We got 9 seconds. Let's see how it looks. Come on. Come on. Pending. We know what you know already. Give it to us. We know the auto strike deal. There we go. All right. So manufacturing was unable to burst over. So showed a little bit negative. Again, much difference between 95.5 and I'm sorry, not 95, 49.5 and 48.2. Not really. They're both contraction, just on a slight side. And services actually expanded. Right. And again, that could be some of that retail sales money kind of switching across too. So again, one went up big, not big, but I don't know. I guess they went up in equal components, right? One went up 0.6, one went down 0.7. Or a little bit more than that, right? 1.2, whatever. Either way, one's expanding, one's contracting. No difference between those two out there. So that's what we, again, shouldn't be much of a game changer today. You're not seeing, you're not seeing this thing explode. It's not going absolutely insane there. So overall, VIX from where we were yesterday, we're about the same spot. We had a little bit of a run up yesterday, and then we kind of stopped. I don't think that's, anything to be super worried about. As far as the dollar goes, again, we knew 102 was going to be a magnetic sticking point, and that's where it kind of is. It kind of went low and then capped off at about 12 o'clock yesterday, kind of had a hard time, and then it just rode along that 102, gapped above, went below, went above, went below, went above, went below, kind of what we talked about that we were going to get at the 104 area. And now it's pushing back up. I mean, overall, I guess if you wanted to say, okay, fib-wise, if, this is where really like the last kind of high was to the last kind of low, yeah, it's kind of playing with a 23 a little bit, and there's some sellers up there, not bad. The next push has got a little bit of an area to run through as well. Is today's data going to help? Not really. Excuse me. It doesn't change much, right? So I wouldn't say anything's insane at that point. Seeing manufacturing contraction, manufacturing tends to be a result of what's coming in the future. So, right now indices, you got one in the green, NQ, and the rest of them are just slightly in the red. Like Russell has been up or down 1% lately. By the time we started, it's minus 0.34. Really kind of nothing on that Friday. Oil flat, up 0.01. But when I say that, again, we're up at 71.60. It's like, man, we were at like 68. And now it looks like we were talking about being above 70 for the weekend. Yeah, we're at 71.8. Yeah, we're going in the opposite direction, right? So, yeah. Yeah. Natural gas, 4% again. Back up to that almost 250 range, up at 249. A little bit, again, not creep in the direction you would assume, but it is winter. All you have to do is get one comment. Let me guess. There's a thing here. That's what it say. I know it's just been jumping this morning. So yeah, we'll see. Again, probably a reversal area. They will break that down a little bit further in a bit, but up 4%. That's the biggest mover on the board out there right now. So gold down a little bit. 232. I still think it's a bit high right now. Silver right below 24. Again, kind of pulling back a little bit. It's down 0.86 right now. Trying to get back down in that 23.50-ish range. The news today, probably not going to change too much with it. It will probably start leveling out. And again, if depending on what the dollar does here, the farther it can pull away from that 102, the better. I think really I think really the 102.50 is kind of where we're looking to close today. We may see gold and silver continue to push down, but comments that like we're not even remotely close to cutting yet. Like March is not probably not going to happen. It's fine. It's whatever. Let's go across and look at Aussie dollar. So Aussie dollar, we mentioned yesterday, we're going to have a very, very difficult time being able to get through this area. And you can see it did. It kind of went down, flat line at 2 o'clock, just rode. Late last night at about midnight, we did get a little bit of a hiccup up, and then it got driven right back down. And then the European session kind of kicked in, and we again ran into those same group of sellers. And then this morning at about 7:30ish, it shot all the way down and grabbed this level. Now we knew this level had buyers in there. We had that level drawn, and we were talking about a break of it. It hit that level and then ended up bouncing off it, which I think is great. It's good because here was a basing level. We're like, yeah, there's a 23 there. We really need to see a chop. There's a base in there. I think this is great because we came down and we did almost kind of a Harry Potter pattern. Not exactly, but almost there. So, I think the fact that this one hit now is great. We know that, again, it is confirmed that there are buyers in there, and, as they should. Very easy to figure out that there was buyers sitting right there. But with that said, another hit in there kind of takes a little bit of a chink out of that armor. So that's great. Hopefully it doesn't decide to completely turn around and blow it up today. It's got about 40 more pips before we get through that level. It's only got a 31 pip 4-hour ATR. So I think that's pretty good overall. I'm liking where we're at with this one. This could be like a Sunday night into Monday morning type base trade. Same thing. And again, what I would say is throw an alert on there. Right? Throw an alert on there. Let this thing kind of turn and come back to the downside. I think that's a decent area, right? I'm okay with that. I think that makes a lot of sense. And I'm good with this one right now. Again, if we see this tick up a little bit, no harm, no foul. Not worried about it. Not the end of the world. But eventually when the dollar strength rolls back in or the Australian data starts to weaken enough, I think this one turns and rolls back to the downside. So kind of set right there. Again, do you want to run it all the way up? Maybe it just does nothing but grind higher, and then we do Sunday here. It's potential Friday, Sunday, right there. Could we see it up there? Sure, we could. I mean, I guess it has the ability to go either way. 40 pips down or 45 pips up. I think either one I'm really good with. Again, Sunday night up here would not be bad. Okay, if it kind of chops through, it's like, oh, exhaustion, and then push back down, or vice versa. We start to continue across, and then we gap down, peak, we gap into here, go back up, pull the trigger, and look for it to come down to 67. Or I'm sorry, 65.77. I think both are fine. So that's kind of where we're at right now. Right. Also, again, hey, we talked about this one consolidating in and out, and you can see it actually rode even further, and then it popped up. Everyone's like, yeah, and then it sucked right back down again. So, we're a little bit lower than where we are. Again, we saw that, we had these targets in here. I can extend this across. It's the same level. Unfortunately, there's not a level here that we can put buys off of. It's all that whip. We really needed to grind all the way down to get rid of this. This is just here, and here, just junk level. But we knew that we were bouncing. Again, kind of bouncing in there right now. Maybe with the base up top, if you're really looking for something, again, be cautious because this is just a proxy play. Maybe there's a little position right here if you're really dying to get into something where it comes back up. Where it comes back up and then goes. But overall, again, for Friday, I don't think there should be much more on the table on this one. It's got enough room to run at this point. It's only 14 or 15. Will this be able to go up and then drop another 45 pips? It's kind of asking a lot on a Friday, right? Kind of asking a lot on a Friday. So overall, I would like this to grind down over the weekend. I don't know. Maybe we get a Japanese headline on Sunday or something like that pushes us all the way down to 93.86. But right now, this is what we're dealing with as far as buyers go, and I really just don't like any of it. I'm not drawing a zone off that. I'm not drawing a zone off of this one. And we've already breached this and hit it multiple times. It's been like a ping pong table, right? So, yeah, right now we're looking for this to continue push down. And again, if you want to play the pullbacks, I mean, there are pullbacks in there. I guess if you want to run it from here down, you could say, okay, well, I mean, I guess we're there right now. But really, there's the bottom right here, right? There's the bottom. And it's like, we kind of missed this level here, and it kind of makes sense that there's a 61 there, and there's kind of something over here at the 50, but the 23 is just, it's not really doing anything right now. So kind of a hard one really to draw. If you're looking for pullbacks and continuations, great, but use caution with this one. Euro dollar. All right, how about that? So we drew this one yesterday. You guys should be out of this trade by now. And we said that, hey, we need just a little bit more. Just come on, a little bit more, right? It was sitting right here. This is where we were talking yesterday at 10:30. And it kind of punched up. We're like, just give us a little bit more. And we talked about 110 being a big deal. There you go. There. And your 1 to 3 is right there. Okay. It did go a little bit sideways and come back. Maybe you caught it there instead. But overall, we mentioned that this was going to be the big area coming up to the 110. Again, very, very large psychological number. And we pushed all the way back down, and we actually went right back down to where we said, hey, look to take profit, and it's there. So trade is out right now. We're floating in this bottom level. We pulled back nicely on it. We still have the Harry Potter, again, a little bit lower. This one, we don't know exactly where the base is, and it will probably bounce one more time, but it's getting closer right now. Again, we've eaten up 106 of that so far. It's got another 50 to go, right? It's got a 76 daily ATR, so it's probably not going to hit it today. 35 pip 4-hour ATR, so a little bit more room to run, right? A little bit more room to run, right? Yeah, a little bit more room to run. But right now, not much else to say about that one, right? Yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, I think we wait for this one too. Again, we got an alert set on there. Again, this trade was in the overnight. This one officially got out 3:30 this morning. So from yesterday. And yeah, just shows patience. Patience. I don't even know if I like that one on the top side. 50. It's okay, I guess. I mean, I guess if you're really, maybe like a Sunday night, if this is truly the bottom for the day, you can see it's wedged in between the 50 and the 61.8. Maybe you can make maybe you could, I guess maybe there could be an argument here for maybe a Sunday night base trade, right? It's all right. But it depends if this is the bottom. I don't think it should be. I think it should continue to grind down. There's another level down here. I really kind of want it to come down here today and then bounce off of it. I'd like to go into next week with 2 hits on that level. I think that would be much better. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a better option. So, we'll see. Right. So I don't know. Maybe you pull one from there. Maybe on a Sunday night, right? Maybe you're looking to pull from there. Again, only because, whoops, can't see that. Only because it's wedged between those two levels, and those are big levels. I mean, again, drop base, hammer right to the downside. So you got to like that one. But overall, I'm more excited about this one. And again, I hope to God you got into that one from yesterday. Euro pound. So Euro pound, we were talking for a push. We were sitting right here yesterday, right in here. It just kind of flatlined on us as you expect. And then once the European data came out, we said expect this one to kind of push back down. We're kind of hoping that it's like, hey, listen, give us a base in here and then we'll take the push. It kind of just did it slower. Again, it really, really flatlined in the overnight and really just waited for the data to push back down. So we're pushing back down to the 85, 46. Again, it's Friday. This one has 2 hours to go. There's not a whole lot of time on this one left here. So, yeah. It is what it is. It's fine. Not much else we're going to be able to do with it. It's basing sideways again. It only has we're up to a 36 daily ATR. We're probably going to run out of steam here for today pretty soon. So it's going to be more of a where to be open. Again, I like that we finally punched through when we're basing in that level. It may turn into a short from. I'll leave that top on there right now. It may turn into a short from there, right? But it's such a small zone. I guess it's 10. It's not horrible. It's not bad. So maybe there will be another one. I'm going to see what we do. The flat line's going to make a difference here. And then, could we open and then push down? Sure. this business climbing on Monday. So we got plenty of time for that one. But I would say overall, again, I still think this holds. I think we're kind of looking for the 85.46. So not really a setup for today, not especially on a Friday. Talked about this one coming down. We moved this run yesterday. We got it. It did give us, let's move some of these off now. We did get more of a pullback, and we talked about it coming back down to the 155. And we're there. We're actually at 154.87. Again, not interested. There is a zone down here. I would assume that this one comes down, and I think 154.10. There's a zone there. But again, remember, there's only 2 hours left in the European Union time frame, and actually a little bit less for them. They kind of bought out a little bit earlier. Because it's not London market, it's more of a German market. So look for it to push. Again, I think this could be a potential Sunday night open. A lot of this is going to have to do with Japan and what they say. Again, there's a lot of comments. I do think that Japan is ready to just drop a bomb and be like, yo, we're going to get out of negative, which, again, sends us straight to the downside. But I don't think they're going to do it next week. I think, they've made a lot of comments lately, but you never know. Again, I would say that this is, we've talked about 157.20 and 154.10. I would say probably Sunday night bounce. And it may be a Sunday night bounce in time for the business climb just to go straight back down again. It may be one of these where it's like, whoops, where it's like it pushes, like bounces and then goes down, right? Something along those, and that would be bad European data. So we'll see. Right now, I would say, again, we're in a zone. We're going to have to chop through the zone, but 155 is going to act as both a magnet as well as a basing area, and it'll grind down, but it's going to run out of time before we kind of hit much. Pound dollar. All right, so pound dollar. So yesterday we were sitting right here in the zone, and we're like, hey, listen, look for when a confirmation is coming in. Very, very important here. I said, look for the confirmation. We got to see kind of a base in there. If you really wanted to take it, I guess, we said, hey, listen, we're there 10:30. If you want to take it, take it. We don't know when the actual dollar strength will roll back in. Again, the news is pretty detrimental, but we'll see when it rolls back in. It will reverse. We said it will reverse, expected to be red. And had you taken the zone, it was a 16 for 50. You would have gotten stopped out. Right? Would have got stopped out. Now, you could have said, hey, I'm waiting for that top to come in. Okay. Well, there was a top put in right there. Right? There was a top put in right there. And had you taken that top, you would have gotten your 1 to 3 in. Okay. But is that really confirmation? It's okay. It's kind of using the level. It's not the same way. Remember, you're looking for a red, green, red. Well, the first red, green, red we have is right here. Red, green, and red. So it comes in right here. Red, green, and red was right there. Now, we typically say, okay, give us the pullback, right? Give us the pullback. You didn't get a pullback. You just kind of confirmed by that level. So if you're kind of waiting for that, again, you could both pull the trigger there, and it's same. Either way, it's red. We mentioned it was going to be red. I think at this point, you can just move this up just a little bit higher and say, hey, listen, we got sellers up here. It's confirmed. It's pretty deep, though, at this point. So, again, use a lot of caution on it. You can run it to here, and you can see the 23 really didn't even slow it down. And what it's doing right now is it's finding buyers in here. Now, super clean area, not so much. But what I would expect, again, the UK market is out. We are basing in here. And look at this. We have these wicks like we love to talk about. I think this one continues to go lower. My mention would be down. I think, obviously, you were out of the trade if you were trying to play this basing level or even the red, green, red. Had you pulled the trigger down here and then put a stop up here, again, you're probably out at this point. Not much more that you can do with it. Trying to think, where do we? I think if we continue with this dollar strength today, which I don't think is a bad call, I think we have issues down here. I think we have a little bit of issues right here at the 50. Is that a level where I'm looking for reversals? Not on a Friday afternoon, right? For it to push all the way down there, you're talking about 50 more pips. It's got a 44 pip 4-hour ATR that puts us at 2 o'clock on a Friday afternoon. The UK will be done for 2 hours. And then it's just US based. Can we come down here? Can we go 50 pips down and then reverse another 50 pips or 30 pips? I don't think so. That's a lot, right? That's a lot of movement. Yeah, I think that's just, it's a bit much, right? So, overall, I think, again, if you had taken the short in the overnight, right call, we were looking for some type of a reversal pattern, finally got the confirmation right here. And again, if you go all through here, you did not get it anywhere else, right? You did not get it anywhere else. As much as this is red, green, back and forth, there's none, right? Red, green, red closed above, green broke it. Not there, right? That one went above, not there. There's a red, there's a green, there's a red, but it's like, it's the same bottom. It's not really anywhere, right? And then the green went above, right? Red, green, nothing, green above, right? Red, green, red, red, but this one above, mess it up. Red, green, red one above, green, mess it up here. Red, green one above, mess it up, right? Red, green, red, right there. There's your first confirmation. So, yeah. I'd say bearish. No real trade setup. I like the level that we're forming right now. I'd love to come down and find a reversal point. If we can just continue to deteriorate, I'm going to be all over this level next week. Love this. This is like my favorite formation. You guys know that when we have the 3 candles there, we can make a little triangle out of it. Love it. Awesome. Needs to go down. And overall, again, if it wants to bounce off this level here, awesome. We have a Harry Potter trade set up for next week as well. And we've got this on almost every single chart where the dollar kind of comes back again, breaks this old level. This one's been hit, and look for a punch through. So we're good there. There's your touch. We hit it at 7 o'clock last night. We mentioned that, hey, not bad. Backstop at the 61.8. There it is. The trade, it is out. 1 to 3 is sitting right there. So you would have got at 4 o'clock this morning. And now what are we doing? We're hitting a level of basing right there. So kind of doing what it's supposed to do. Not much to say on this one. This was easy, right? Again, kind of a big zone. I think we marked that off yesterday. It was 32 pips, right? But it moved 106 in the other direction. So it was worth it at the end of the day. And all it was, the reason we picked this one is because there was the base, the pullback here. Remember, we moved it because of the pullback, and then the 61.8, the extra backstopping. So overall, I think this continues to deteriorate. I think it probably has a little bit of an issue with this zone here. Again, we're trying to chop through it right now. As we said, the pound is out by 2. If we can base in here, again, this one probably also heads down. I think overall what I'm looking for in this one, I'm looking for this. And again, it's kind of yen strength coming back in, but at the same time, it's not. It's fine. It's kind of late. It's kind of late in this move to jump into it now. But it is, again, it is going into base. I'd feel better if we took like a little bit of it. Like if we can get 2 bounces off, like if it does this, I'd be better for the short. Right, but the way that it looks like it's just going to grind through. Again, the UK influence is kind of leaving at this point. Again, it's 10 o'clock on Friday, so it's kind of leaving. So I'd like it down. I'd like to see it bounce twice before I'd be willing to pull the trigger on a short. But overall, I'd say bearish. And again, we're going to come down here and test levels lower. So if you grab this one, nice little trade. Again, that was the level we put on yesterday. Dollar CAD. Dollar CAD is stuck. Okay, so dollar CAD, we talked about this yesterday. It was out. It kind of came down, and we had 134 as a flat number. Boom, we based above it, went below it, kind of came up and used it again and hit it again and hit it again. So round number, 134. Good spot, bad spot. I think we've probably got a bottom in here. I think this probably starts to come back up again. Is it going to launch all the way back up? Probably not right now. We're going to need some big data on that one. And again, this one's been really hard because, again, crude oil. Now, crude is down today. Crude was up yesterday. Crude, although it's technically at higher price than we like, it's down 0.42, right? Percent. So technically right now we're getting a little dollar strength, a little CAD weakness in there from that. So we should see it come back up. I don't think it leaves the trajectory of 134. Interesting bottom, but you know, when we talk about analyzing this, looking for like clean, nice zones where price moves off of it rather quickly, this is not that. From 3 o'clock till basically 9 for 6 hours, it didn't move at all. So not enough influence right now. We're going to need some data, some catalyst next week. Right now, I would say my feeling on this one is probably dollar strength rolling back in, but it's got to get through here. It's got to get through here. And again, there is a bit of a tested level there. You could say, hey, listen, there's a base and there's a little bit of a test. So, you know, could this one be a chop back and forth, up, down, up, down? I feel like it could be. Is it a great trade on a Friday afternoon? Not so much. Okay. Dollar Swiss. Okay. So dollar Swiss came back up and we said, hey, listen, look for a base in there, look for a base in there, look for a base in there. And it came up and we're like, we're looking for it. We're looking for it. And it kind of came down and hit again and hit again and hit again. So we got bases, but it's not a super clean run at this point. And you can see where we said, hey, listen, there's your opposite side. And you can see hit and hit and hit and hit and hit. And we're sitting right there now. So overall, this one, I'm going to remove all this just to kind of give us a clean entry into the week. I'm actually going to remove... It's not Harry Potter in here, right? Yeah, we're looking for a decent kind of push, and we just don't have it yet. Let's put this all the way down. Honestly, right now I'm going to pull it off. Take it off. Do we go look for this one now? I'd use a lot of caution. It is now a 50% retracement level. here's the original wick over wick zone, the push away. It pushed it really literally to the brink, pushed it all the way down. So it's got the addition added in the 50% sellers in there, but there is a confirmed level of front running coming in right here. And that's kind of what we're going off of now. So, It's got 40 in both directions. It's got a 32 pip 4-hour ATR, a 63 pip daily ATR. Obviously, Swiss is pretty much done at this point. You know, as much as I like the dollar strength on a lot of the other pairs, I almost kind of want the dollar to be weaker on this one. Reason why is because this is a very Swiss kind of based trade here. If we can come down and start here, if we can start the week there, you know, let's see. I think either of those two spots wouldn't be bad. Here's your Sunday open, right? Maybe we kind of push back again. If we can be here or here, whether Sunday night open or like if we gap here, right? Come down and maybe go, or if we gap below it, then maybe it's short. But I think if we can be here or here, either of these two would be decent long. So Sunday night open, US open, right? And the reason I say that is because what if we just kind of go around here, but then from the Sunday night we push down, and then 9:30 or 9 o'clock we're sitting there Monday morning, and we look for a rollback with dollar strength rolling back in, because we tend to see dollar weakness in the European session on Sunday nights. So two potential trade setups. Like I said, we're 40 pips away, so neither one of them is super, super close. Dollar yen, yeah, flatline totally. Totally flatlined, right? What is it at? 4. We rocking now, 4. Right? Maybe Macklin says something to really kind of jack it around. The dollar CAD. We kind of need a big candle in dollar CAD. We need that to move. So yeah, so right now, again, no real major movement there. You know, still bouncing off this level lower, looking for a decent base. It's not there yet. We don't have anything there that we're kind of screaming in love with. So, yeah, it's okay. It's all right. Yeah, I wish I could give you more. It's just there's no trend. It's moving 4 pips in 24 hours, and it's just literally going up inside of a little range. So not much there. Again, low on the curve. You're always looking for this one to reverse a little bit. Remember, right now this one is definitely hinged between a proxy and the dollar. So a little bit harder to play, a little bit more challenging. Daily ATR is up to 170 though. Not as high as the pound yen. Pound yen's 191. Dollar yen is 170. So it's close. It's way higher than it should be, though. Way higher than it should be. It should be turning back down again. So, we'll see. Let's look at oil. All right, so there's oil. You know, we talked about potentially putting a top in. It did need to go a little bit higher. We hit this at about 12 o'clock yesterday. There's your oil trade. And your 1 to 3 is, there's your one from 1 o'clock in the afternoon, right? You hit it at 1 and you were out by 2 on Thursday. And you can see it hit it again this morning. There's your second one right there. Okay, so 2 different trading opportunities from 72.41 from that level. So again, this was, if you're wondering what this is, why there's 2 boxes here, this was from a larger time frame level, and then we kind of dialed it into a smaller one. We have 1, 2, 3, and now we have 4 hits through, so a little bit riskier. We'll see, maybe we can get down to the 70-80 right now. So that's the next level where there's buyers in. We have breached lower, so if it continues to deteriorate, 70-80 is where it is. But again, that level is held down twice in the last 24 hours. So like I said, we were sitting right here. This red candle is where we were yesterday. We're like, it needs to go just a little bit more, and it did. It gave us the, the same run. We needed a little bit more help on a couple trades yesterday and got it. Okay. And actually this one paid out twice. So yeah, I think right now look for this to come down to 70-80. Remember, oil does close earlier. right? Commodities do close earlier than the overall market. So just be aware that, again, oil, natural gas, gold, and silver all close, at the 1:30 and 2:30 time frames today. So they tend to dry up and stop moving a little bit earlier. Okay. Natural gas. Now we're popping. Now we just moved this. I'll just move it across. We had talked about it again. This is a gap it filled. It's turning. With as much surge on this one, yeah, I think this one probably is a decent run to the downside. Is it a full trade? Again, remember, natural gas is typically late on Fridays as well. No real main news out there. 1 and 3 is sitting right there. It's okay. It's fine. The problem with this one is we're so close to that 250. It's going to act as a little bit of a magnet. It hit it, and it's trying to fight it. Question is it going to run out of steam? It is almost 10:30. It's 10:13. It's surged up. So when reversals come in, this is where those reversals happen. So this is where you would see and kind of turn and see it push to the downside. So yeah, I would say, yeah, I think this one continues to push lower. Right. Again, too late to get into it now, but that's the zone we had that one marked off from yesterday. All it is the gap and the confirmation here, as well as being near the 250. Okay. Gold. Gold stuck. Okay, so some nice things that happen with gold. We're really not much different. We're minus 0.01 right now. So really not much different. We'd drawn this yesterday, and what we were looking for was a break below 2024, right? We have an alert set there, and we were sitting right here yesterday, actually right here. We'd already kind of put this peak in, and you can see a red, green, red came down and grabbed that zone. And the nice thing that we've had since yesterday is we hit the zone again, and we kind of front run, and then we just hit it again. So the fact that we're kind of really beating up these buyers between 2028 and 2024, I like it. Every time it hits it, it takes more and more of those buyers out to support that one, which would lead to an overall eventual fall back down to that 2,000 mark. So I like it. We're more or less sideways. We can take this one out. There's really not much reason to have it in there. Again, we knew it was an old level. There's another little kind of one here that we just extended across. Again, it was a drop-based drop. And it hit it here, and it hit it and pushed back down again. So it's kind of more range-bound than anything else. I still think we're waiting to pull the trigger when we drop below 2024. So maybe the BOJ gives us something for that one. Maybe not. But right now, no real thing. Trade setup is still on. It's another watch list-based trade. Silver, okay? Silver, set this one up, and you can see, what did it do? It hit again, which is awesome. We knew that 24 was going to be a big deal. You can see at 5 o'clock this morning, this was an old level. We just extended it across, and that's exactly what we ran into. We were sitting right here yesterday, so yeah, right. I'm sure why we kept that on. Probably because it's the 24 mark. But either way, boom, 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 boom. It broke through, basing. Kind of the same thing. Old level, we hit that at 5. Pulled back down again. Looks very, very similar to some of the other trades. It's the same as the gold level up top here. Again, 2370 is is the magic number on this one. Again, a racetrack back down to 23 overall. I kind of wanted to hit one more time. Now remember, a little different here. This 24 will suck it in, and that's why we're seeing all this hit. I mean, it was top, bottom, top. So again, 24 being a big round number is obviously going to be a big psychological level. So, but yeah, same thing. Racetrack, break below 2370, looking for that one to continue to drop and continue to fall. Okay. Let's see. What did the indices give us? Actually, look at good old Apple. Yeah, Apple kind of stuck, right? Man, this is Apple wants us to go to 200 so bad. 99.50 yesterday. It's like, yeah, send us there. Kind of flat, nothing crazy here. It's fine, nothing noteworthy there. Tesla, same thing, still grinding higher. So let's see what we got. Dollar pulling back a little bit, right? Getting a red, green, red, looking for a little reversal in there. VIX confused. Let's see what we got here. Drop this down. All right. Do we have any opening print trades? 930s here. Not really. This is not a good zone to draw off of. You could say, oh, but it hit. Not a good zone to draw off of. 845, 9. Yeah, and it was split. Look, green and then red down. So this was the 930. So yeah, not an opening print trade today, unfortunately. Just too much sideways movement. So not in there. Oh God, this one's pretty ugly too. Again, I split one again. A green and then a red down. Late yesterday. Not really. 45. Yeah, the 9 to 915. Not really. There's not Nothing really great confirmed there. I mean, this is an old level that's been hit a few times at this point. So again, getting close to 1030 with a rallying up, this could be the reversal point for the day. And they may say, well, manufacturing is bad. There's a lot of reasons why, but potential reversal point here. But as far as opening print goes, that's where this red is here. You're kind of sitting, actually it's here, right? So not really, it's the bottom of this green candle. So 9:15, and then you were sitting here. Not really. Definitely no big signal. Nope, not clean. Yeah, no, not interested in that one either. What do we got over here? This is the old one from yesterday. Again, we're looking for more of a Harry Potter trade. We're sitting here. There's nothing to the left, right? The 8:30 news kind of blew any of the overnight levels out, and then it pulled back up again for the 9:15, and then again, here's the 9:30. Is it anything? Not really. And you can see up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. We're basing, and there are, it's an area of buyers, so it's okay. I'm not taking it long from that level, right? I think if anything, we'll set this one up and start looking at this next week. I'm going to pull that one. We'll leave it there just because it's hit, so it should break. We're really looking for that break below 37,306. It's fine. Yeah, no opening print though. You can see, look at it. All the drama sitting on, and again, not a level that we're interested in. It's already been broken, so we're not taking anything long, but it's lining some people up here. So let's see. Maybe Russell gave us something? No, doesn't appear so. No, the 8:30 shot us all the way down. 8:45, 9, and then split. It was split. 5:15. I don't know if you can see it or not. Red, green, red, pulled down, came back and grabbed it and took off. So again, a little confirmation up top. It's fine. It's all right. No opening print out there, so yeah, not a lot going on. So we do have a confirmation in here, but it's trying. This one's accelerating down. We're going to hit that 70-80. So, yeah, I mean, kind of an interesting Friday. Honestly, if you guys are going to do your homework over the weekend, I mean, the best way to do this is going to be, I mean, you can see it's kind of leveling out here. This one's finally accelerating to 80. Again, you're seeing the euro continue to deteriorate to the downside. Seeing a little dollar strength here. Again, accelerating down, but starting to parry back its losses. So in the last hour, again, it's profit taking coming in, so everybody can settle their accounts. And that was 14, not big, 23. It's almost up to 1 pip an hour. So, yeah, kind of a, somewhat of a, that's 1 hour ago, somewhat of a boring Friday. Like I said, there's a bunch of small moves in the overnight hit levels that we drew. Right now, I think the best way to look at this would be start setting your Sunday night opens on a lot of things, just so you have it on the chart. So instead of waiting for Sunday to open and then going to it, vice versa, doing it the other way around. Yeah, it is what it is. I think, again, next week, again, nothing really planned over the weekend. Monday should be rather slow. Again, obviously the euro has the ability to get smacked around. I think this Australian news, the monetary policy notes, the meeting, right? Policy meeting minutes, could be a big negative for the Aussie dollar. And maybe the BOJ says something that finally makes us go crazy. Tuesday is a little bit better of a day with all the CAD data and their CPI data. I'm hoping that Tuesday next week will really kind of just bust this dollar cat out and finally give us some good trading opportunities. There just hasn't been a lot of great trading opportunities in that one. Again, showing CPI raising a little bit. We don't have any forecast for it yet. So unfortunately, this is December Friday. This week was really, again, chock full of big news trades. I mean, you can see all these bank rates, all these statements from people. At the end of the day, trying to prepare this for what's next is really going to be who's going to start cutting interest rates first. And, with the data we got this morning, I really think it's going to be the EU, as I've said. I think the EU is the one who does it first, followed by the UK closely after, of the three biggies. So, yeah, just going to be about preparing for that. So, with that, let's go ahead and do our drawing for today. Oh, it logged me out again. You're going to let me go back in and do it? Please be on the right one. It's on the right one. There we go. Sometimes it does that and it loads like the wrong one, because I obviously have different Twitch accounts and I have different ones that I do this with. So, all right. I said stop. No. Stop growling like a dog. I'll let this one go for another 12 seconds. We'll stop it right at 47 and then close it out on the weekend. Here we go. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What is that? What is this? All right, winner of today's drawing is Will. Will takes it. Look at Debbie breaking her. Actually, Debbie, you did the right thing. I'm giving you a hard time. See, Neuro done screwed up because Neuro should have put a 6 in, not a 3, right? He was being Christmasly, right? You won yesterday, Debbie. So yes, you should have put more in. I guess 3 is a good number, right? Will wasn't here. Will and Marina were not, so they stuck with their 1. So there we go. We'll give Will his 25. There we go, Will. All right. Yeah. But see, Neuro, I don't know why you're playing with this 3 thing. What is this 3? We've discussed this, Neuro. 6 is your go-to, right? 6 is your go-to, except when Ernest throws in there with 10 on number 3, right? We figured it out. So with that said, have an amazing weekend. I hope everybody is safe. Everybody is warm, cold, dry, whatever you want to be. And then I'll see you guys on Monday. Again, get those last-minute shopping deals in because it's coming down to the wire. I can't even tell you how many cardboard boxes I have at my house right now that I need to start opening. I'm like, I have no idea what's in this one. So, yeah, I have not even started wrapping presents, but looking forward to it. Let me tell you. No, not really. 3 is part of 6, right? Neuro, using 3 means you're only half dedicated to winning, right? I mean, if you're only gonna, half it, that saying about, yeah. You only put half your heart into it, Neuro. So anyway, I'll see you guys next week, 9:30 Eastern time on Monday. Take care. Have a good day. And I'll see you then.